morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Love in Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. I'm here, Casey, with you in our brand new green screen room.
Woo! Green screen. Oh, but that's not what YouTube and the rest can see.
No.
They can see a cool background. What is it today? Is it the same as yesterday? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you all for joining us. I hope you're enjoying the freezing cold weather. Today we're jumping into our top stories.
Yes, starting with passengers traveling from 17 nations are not allowed to enter Dubai.
We're going to be talking all the latest travel updates. I know you guys have questions. There's also updates for travelers from India and Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and way more. We'll get to that later in the show.
As well as the ruler of Dubai launched an Arab Genius Award, and it's worth 100 million dirhams.
I want a piece of that. And also NCM confirms that the UAE's weather was partly natural and partly the result of cloud seeding. So that's what we're experiencing outside. While also DSF will be throwing a weekend-long busker-themed bash. And while we're into that, today's show is sponsored by Dubai Shopping Festival, who are throwing a weekend-long music festival at La Mer for you and your squad to get grooving to. More on this later in the show. And although Dubai Shopping Festival is the sponsor of today's show, the opinions and statements are as always Love in Dubai's.
Yes. Should we get started with our first story, Casey? Because I feel like it's just heartbreaking.
Let's go.
So passengers traveling from 17 African nations are not allowed to enter Dubai. So that means that the UAE has restricted 17 African nations from traveling to or through Dubai, and countries including Angola, Botswana, Congo, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Ghana, Guinea, Kenya, Lesotho, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Rwanda, South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. Now, many Dubai residents traveled back home for the holidays or to use up their annual leaves and are now stranded abroad with no clear date as to when the flight suspensions will be cleared or lifted. And Uganda, along with 11 other countries, were barred from entering Dubai since December 28th to curb the spread of the Omicron variant. Now, this is very heartbreaking for so many Dubai residents who have gone back home for the holidays and are not able to get back now. But there are a few exemptions as to who can come back.
There are, and that's obviously going to be based on visas, and we'll talk a little bit about that because I think some people with specific visas can get back.
Yes.
But it's a heartbreaking time.
It is.
And if you're traveling, I would suggest, or if you know residents traveling back into the country, get onto the airline that you're traveling with, because Emirates has just updated their website with a lot of new information. And travelers from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and the UK, they have new requirements to enter the country. So Dubai residents, take note, if you're coming from abroad, some travel rules have changed depending on the individual country, but you can find the full process for all UAE residents, visa holders coming back to Dubai on the Emirates website. But just take note that this information changes frequently, as we know, so just get onto the website. But it's worth noting that all UAE residents can now travel to Dubai without GDRFA or ICA approval. However, the new exception is for people coming from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Sudan. So UAE residents, visa holders from those countries must now have GDRFA approval or ICA approval. Like, we're going back to those days. Do you remember?
I remember very well. I was one of the stranded residents abroad last year. Oh my God.
I literally can't even place that pocket in time when you were stuck. Like, I know what happened, but it could have been 4 months ago or 4 years ago.
I know.
It's COVID.
It's COVID. Like, it just feels never ending at this point. But hopefully, like with everyone just getting vaccinated, that is our saving grace at this point. So
yeah. I think especially here, I know the cases are rising and we were jumping through cases a lot. However, hospitalization, we're still just around the 50% mark. So luckily, hospital beds are still vacant in the UAE. Just in terms of what we were saying about passengers coming from Pakistan, Sri Lanka, India, and a couple more, there are some exceptions, and some of these exceptions apply to other countries. So passengers who have visas such as newly issued residence employment visas, short or long-term stay visas, and holders of 10-year UAE golden visas, investor or partner visas, visit visas, or visa on arrival, they have exceptions there. And passengers arriving from the countries must present a negative COVID PCR-19 test certificate with a QR code conducted within the last 48 hours. We've just had a disaster on all accounts. our Instagram feed, which is to the right of the screen, has gone down, but Shahir is working. He's getting it back up. Instagram, we're so sorry. Are you dizzy? Little to the left.
I'm so sorry.
You know what I'm even more sorry for? My new iPhone.
Oh my God. Please tell me you have a screen protector on.
I have a screen protector on it that actually on New Year's Eve, little to the left.
Did it crack?
On New Year's Eve,
I see a few cracks.
I got some cracks on my new screen protector, my new phone. So I'm in big trouble, and I'm trying to keep my phone. Who can keep? It's a new year. It's 2022. Expected these things to happen.
You know how you break into a new shoe? You have to break into a new phone just like that.
I think an iPhone is just too good for me. I need to just like it was never meant to be.
No, please.
It was never meant to be.
No, it was meant to be. You with an iPhone is just like
bread and butter.
Yeah, honestly, it is. But travel, okay, so we're talking about travel
Back
news.
to travel.
Yes, and these apply to Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Sudan. And travel rules from the United Kingdom have also been updated effective 2nd January 2022. All passengers traveling from the UK to Dubai must hold a negative COVID-19 PCR test certificate for a test taken no more than 48 hours before departure. Note that NHS COVID-19 test certificates are not accepted for travel from the United Kingdom. So these are all the travel updates given to you in a nutshell. But for more information on all of this and a good breakdown, please do head to our websites, where we have articles written up for all of you guys.
Exactly, and it's so specific and it's so confusing, and you're going to hear from one person will tell you it's a 48-hour PCR test, and someone else will say it's a 24-hour, etc., etc. But that's because the rules are changing frequently, and that's because the rules from every single country are different based on the COVID situation in that country. So the best thing that you can do is get onto the airline. If you're traveling, it's an awkward time for travel.
Yeah.
I know my brother and sister-in-law were stuck at the airport because of COVID test situation. They had to go to a hotel for a night. That was just one tiny story, but they met a lot of people in the same boat. So just get the latest information and try and be as up-to-date. And also, things happen, you know?
And you don't want to be in that situation, right? So I think just the smartest way to go about this is 2 days before you're traveling, get on a call with the airlines, get all your documents sorted, try to find, at least go to 2 places for a PCR test. It might be a little costly, but less costly than getting
2 PCR tests.
I would suggest that. I mean, from my experience, just go to 2 locations where you can get a PCR test, because you don't know which place will give it to you faster.
That's a very good point, because you just can't know.
Honestly, you just don't, yeah. And depending on which country you're in, and just the COVID cases, the situation over there, and the amount of people getting tested. So it's always such a nerve-wracking situation to be in. But the best bet is to be safe. Be safe than sorry, Be
safer than sorry. Let's move on to our next story. The ruler of Dubai has launched an Arab Genius Award, and it's actually worth the bones of 100 million dirham. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, he launched the Great Arab Minds Initiative, and it will be headquartered at the Museum of the Future. So as you guys know, that is the absolutely stunning new build down at the bottom of Sheikh Zayed Road. If you're at the top, what's the top and bottom of Sheikh Zayed Road?
Top and bottom of Sheikh Zayed Road?
What would you call the bottom?
Bottom as in the World Trade Center side?
Is that what you would call the bottom?
Yeah.
Is that because we're here now?
Yes, but World Trade Center is the beginning of
So that should be the top then. And Marina would be the bottom.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, from World Trade Center to downtown in that area.
That would be
Sheikh Zayed Road.
I know, but would that be the top of it?
I don't know, Casey. It could be either just from downtown to World Trade Center.
Well, I explained it there as the bottom only because I'm sitting at the right other side of town. So I'm like, okay, I'm at the top, that's the bottom. But actually, no. That's the top? That's the top.
That is the top, yeah.
At the top of Sheikh Zayed Road, where the stunning Museum of the Future is, that's where it's going to be headquartered. It's the Great Arab Minds. It's actually the world's largest, it's actually the Arab world's largest movement designed to search for exceptional talents among Arabic scientists, thinkers and innovators across key fields, and it will celebrate the leading thinkers of the region. It's backed by a 100 million dirham fund, which will support local and global partnerships in fostering research, development and innovation.
So in a series of tweets, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid said, today we launch a new project to search for 1,000 great Arab minds in the fields of physics and mathematics, software and data science, economics, and higher education research. Now, great minds built Arab civilization. Now, today I believe we have the talent to build a better world. He added, we will accelerate the Emirates' role in an incubator for fostering Arab and global talent. We built the Museum of the Future as a global hub for scientists, thinkers, and innovators, and it is the ideal headquarters for a fund to develop the potential of our region's finest minds.
Yeah, I think it's just amazing. It's like they've built this incredible hub for thinkers, and now they're putting 100 million dirham to find and then to probably fund the thinkers to think more, which is on a really basic level, but that works for my brain. I'm like going to get the really smartest people from all over the region together and fund them with innovation, and you know, it's progress. It's so smart.
Amazing. It's a little bit of pressure, but I feel like that push is. It's like you need that little bit of push, you know, someone to believe in you.
In what way?
Pressure, and it's just like, oh my God, a lot is depending on my brain.
No, because they'll be scientists in lots of different fields. Well, yeah, there will be pressure, but you know,
it's a good kind of pressure.
Yeah,
I was seeing one of your interviews.
They will. I'm sure people will step forward for it.
Yeah. I was in one of your interviews last week with Neha Shah. She's a chef, and she was just saying like how she got onto MasterChef, and that gave her that little push and the self-confidence. And this is also, I mean, very similar to that. Like someone just needs to give you the push and the confidence and all the, you know, the equipment.
Yeah,
equipment.
Exactly. So you could be a scientist, but now now they'll have the resources to do more thinking.
More thinking. More innovating, but moving on to another cool innovation that's changed our lives, especially in the last 1 week, cloud seeding. Now, NCM confirms that the UAE's weather was partly natural and partly the result of cloud seeding. Now, it's been a very rainy past week across the UAE, and we know that it was partly natural and partly the effects of cloud seeding, as confirmed by the National Center of Meteorology, which is NCM. And Dubai peeps can expect cloudy skies, light drizzles, and strong winds to persist until the end of this week. Now, although residents should prep for more rain in the coming weeks, as the NCM has confirmed that cloud seeding jets are in action to try to prompt more rain clouds.
So interesting. And also you can see footage posted by the NCM which shows a gushing rainfall waterfall cascading down the mountainside of the UAE's highest peak, which of course is Jebel Jais, and into the road, leaving UAE peeps completely baffled. By the way, temperatures are expected to drop to 6 degrees tonight and remain at 10 to 11 during the day, and that's in the Rak mountain range.
Now, the torrential rains have been pouring down with an intensity last experienced in 2019. An average of 100 millimeters of precipitation is recorded in the UAE every year. However, in the Sheikh Al Salam region in Dubai has already recorded 141.8 millimeters of rain within the first 3 days of the new year, like you said yesterday. And it's very mixed of feelings for rain. Like, I don't think you are that fond of rain.
No, who wants floods?
Right, not the floods, yeah. No, you want the floods.
Okay, we have 5 people in the studio right now. Raise your hand if you love the rain. 1, 2.
That's it?
Ali is indifferent. Richie, you're snapping. That doesn't, we don't know what that means. Mood. Okay, Richie likes the rain. I don't know. I just, like, it disrupts things. It's like a snow day. So day 1, fine. New Year's Day, not so much.
Right, New Year's Day. But the fact that the weather played out so well for the UAE is incredible. Just on New Year's Eve, because the fireworks still went on, you know?
It was incredible. So now I'm thinking, so cloud seeding was going on. There was also some natural... Like, how did it happen? New Year's Day.
So well.
But it's like, it literally feels like the entire landscape is just drinking it. Like, do you ever look at trees and you're like, it's been a year since they've had proper like rainfall, or they're just like,
we need this.
We needed it.
Yes, but honestly, the amount of people that always start tweeting around when it rains, and I just washed my car yesterday, I just washed my balcony yesterday, I just cleaned up my yard yesterday. Like, why?
Yeah, 100%. I'm over it.
Over the rain?
Yeah.
It's okay, fine. Maybe the rain, but the breeze. Come on, the breeze is.
No, I miss the sun.
You miss the sun?
Yeah, I miss the sun. I moved here for the sun.
The breeze. Have you taken a walk at night?
Yeah.
The breeze right now.
Yeah, that's true.
This week has been amazing.
I agree.
And I was at Expo yesterday. It started raining. It was windy. It was so nice.
It's so interesting how different weather has different effects on people. So when I see sun, for me that's like positivity, and I'm like, it's bright, it's shiny. But when it's cold and wet, I'm like, no, can't get out of bed. So this morning, getting out of bed was a tricky feat. A task. Let's move on to something a lot more positive. DSF will be throwing a weekend-long busker-themed bash. So it's the first weekend after New Year's, which can only mean one thing: get your dancing pants on to jam at Tunes DXB all weekend long. So this is Dubai Shopping Festival, a weekend-long buskers-themed bash where you can enjoy live music as well as food and drinks and shameless shopping.
Ooh.
What more do we want? It's a great way to spend your first official weekend of 2022 where you can do it all and all in one place.
I am sold. Now, each night this weekend, Tunes DXB will have a different theme. For instance, this Friday between 6 to 11 p.m. will be Filipino and Western night, and from 4 to 11 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, where you whip out your best moves to Indian and Arabic music. That is such a fun combination.
It's very, very interesting because I'm looking at the mix of nationalities here and I'm wondering, do we need to whip out our best moves?
Whip out our best moves.
Yeah, so we could all do. I'm getting massive head shakes right now. We could all do.
Starting with a river dance.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yes.
But I'm not going to start.
Okay.
I'll do it with my fingers.
Are we going to have everyone just come in front of the camera and dance?
Everyone is just putting their hands up going, me first, me first, me first. No, but you can see it all down with Tunes DXB. It's going to be a whopper weekend. And it's something to look forward to. I feel like there is such thing as January blues. You have all of the festive period. You have New Year's, which is so much fun. Yeah. January is a long month. The weather is bleak in my opinion, but great in your opinion. But this gives us something fun to look forward to at the weekend. So if you want to get dancing, if you want to, like buskers, I love the theme of buskers. I think it's great. So you should get down there.
And that too, what better way to welcome the new Saturday, Sunday weekend? You gotta go out and just like celebrate.
Embrace it.
I don't think the New Year's Eve was our official Saturday, Sunday weekend because it was like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday situation.
3 days is beautiful.
It was, but a 5-day work week after that, you know. You would expect a 4-day work week.
You would expect.
But now, I think it's the official Saturday, Sunday.
It's the official weekend. Okay, guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. If that was Pup, we are moving our Instagram because if you've been watching the whole show the whole way through, you'll know that halfway through the show, the phone fell over and Shahir has been doing an absolutely stellar job keeping it in line. He's literally standing holding it because it fell off the stand.
It's ending.
Thank you so much, Shahir. Massive shout out to Shahir's arm for just being a stellar addition to the show.
Very steady arm.
Steady arm. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same place. Actually, not same place. Stay safe and wash your hands.
Bye.